Well, other than the summer that never was, for the most part at least, BC escaped much of the extreme weather in Canada this year, but there was no shortage of it. From floods to wind and firestorms, the country saw it all. At least it did east of the Rockies. But our bummer summer did make the Environment Canada's Top 10. CTV's Astrid Braunschmidt takes a look back at 2011.
Ask people in Victoria how they'd describe this year's weather.
Pretty gray and rainy for a lot of it.
It's been a little bizarre.
A little depressing, but we survived.
Ask Environment Canada, and meteorologists will say 2011 was an extreme weather year to remember.
This year, the insurance industry, for the third year in a row, had billion-dollar losses, payouts, because of weather-related disasters. And as was the case globally, this was the second most expensive year in Canadian history for weather catastrophes.
The top 10 weather stories are out, and while our West Coast bummer summer made the list at number 7,
Somewhat disappointing in terms of summer, for sure.
costly disasters took top billing. Coming in at number 3, the RICHELIEU flooding in Quebec, one of the worst natural disasters in that province since the Saguenay floods of 1996. At number 2, the massive fire of Slave Lake, Alberta, that forced 7,000 people to evacuate. The destruction is listed as the second costliest natural disaster in Canadian history. And taking top spot, the historic floods across the prairies. Manitoba and Saskatchewan suffered tremendous losses, and government spent close to $1 billion on flood fighting and victim compensation.
Not on the list, but certainly the talk of the country is the dry December. Coast to coast, we have very little snow on the ground, which means the dream of a white Christmas might be just that, a dream.
In Halifax, there's skateboarding, not snowboarding. Calgary temperatures this week above 0. And what does it say when Winterpeg is snow-free in December? Drab brown, the color of this season. Toronto won't see snow on the big day for the 3rd year in a row. Forget leadership from Ottawa. The normally snowy capital is green.
If it's not here, it's not here. Can't do much about it.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Bing Crosby may be onto something. It seems the Great White North just isn't living up to its name. The no-snow woes may not have made the top weather list like tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, or fires, but perhaps it should have.